Welcome to Bible Truth. If you like this message, please drop a like and press the notification bell for a better content next time. In this presentation, we are looking at the lesson from the story of the persistent widow. This story is found in Luke chapter 18, verses 1 to 8. The story of the persistent widow conveys several important lessons about prayer, faith, and justice. Right here is a detailed interpretation of the passage. Let's look at the historical and cultural background. In the first century Jewish context, widows were often among the most vulnerable members of the society. They lacked the protection and support of a husband, which made them susceptible to exploitation and injustice. The judicial system was often corrupt, and the plight of the widow highlights the need for justice and advocacy. Let's look at the textual analysis. Then Jesus told his disciples a parable to show them that they should always pray and not give up. He said, "In a certain town, there was a judge who neither feared God nor cared what people thought. And there was a widow in their town who kept coming to him with the plea, 'Grant me justice against my adversary.' For some time he refused, but finally he said to himself, 'Even though I don't fear God or care what people think, yet because this widow keeps bothering me, I will see that she gets justice so that she won't eventually come and attack me.' And the Lord said, 'Listen to what the unjust judge says. And will not God bring about justice for his chosen ones who cry out to him day and night? Will he keep putting them off? I tell you, he will see that they get justice and quickly. However, when the Son of Man comes, will he find faith on earth?' Let's look at some explanation. Persistence in prayer. The parable emphasizes the importance of persistent prayer. The widow's continual approach to the judge illustrates that believers should not lose heart in their prayer. The praise, "Always pray and not give up," in verse 1 serves as a key exhortation. God's justice. The contrast between the unjust judge and God's is significant. The judge who is indifferent and corrupt eventually grants justice due to the widow's persistence. In contrast, God, who is just and loving, will surely respond to the cries of his people. This highlights God's character as one who cares for the oppressed and answers prayers. Faith and expectation. The concluding question in verse 8 about whether the Son of Man will find faith on earth suggests that persistent prayer is an expression of faith. It challenges believers to maintain their faith and trust in God even when answers seem delayed. Now let's look at the symbolic interpretations. The widow symbolizes all who are marginalized and in need of justice. The unjust judge represents earthly authorities who may be indifferent to the plight of the vulnerable. The parable encourages believers to advocate for justice and to trust God's ultimate authority and care. The Greek word for widow, chera, signifies a woman who has lost her husband, emphasizing a vulnerability. The term for justice in Greek, dikaiosia, refers to the concept of righteousness and fairness, which is central to God's character. In conclusion, the lesson of the persistent widow is multi-faced. It teaches the importance of unwavering prayer, the assurance of God's justice, and the necessity of faith. Believers are encouraged to persist in their prayers, trusting that God hears them and will act on their behalf. This parable serves as a powerful reminder of justice in the world and where many are marginalized and oppressed.